Yo, welcome back to my first playthrough of the Bureau on Xbox Series X, playing backwards compatible. So, first mission done, invasion. It says return to base, so unless it unlocks a new base system.
In visual range now, sir. Preparing final approach. Control, this is Sky Ranger 1 requesting permission to land.
Copy, Sky Ranger. Permission granted. You are cleared for pad number 3.
Gonna take more than a hole in the ground to beat those things. Just admit it, you're impressed. So, what is the Bureau anyway?
Bureau of Operations and Command.
Never heard of it.
You were never meant to. This base wasn't meant to be operational for another year. We've called in every operative we had earmarked for the project, but, well, let's just say that we'll be a bit understaffed.
Director Falk, sir. Welcome back.
These two are with me.
At least this location is secure.
And I intend for it to stay that way. I'll be giving a report to all staff at 0300. Report to the operations room at that time. I have a lot to prepare, Carter. Agent Weaver will show you around.
Down here, Carter. Come on. When Ivan put Sputnik up, the brass got scared. This project became top priority. Off the books, of course.
That did it. Hold it there. Don't move it. All right, people. Show's over. Back to work.
Carter, this is Nico Da Silva, Senior Field Agent. Nico, you'll be sharing your workspace with Agent Carter.
Welcome to the most advanced facility on Earth.
Falk wants him up and running ASAP. Time is of the essence. Straight from his mouth.
Gotcha. Well, come on. Our office is right over here. That Weaver is one tough broad. So, this is us. This is my desk here. Yours is over there. Get comfortable, Will. Things as they are. This is both your office and your quarters. Do you mind if I call you Will?
Yes, I do mind.
Well, I'm not calling you Agent Carter. I might be military, but I'm not that formal.
I prefer William.
Yeah, well, I prefer Nico, even if my mother insists on calling me Nicholas. There are some things that are just beyond our control.
I can see we'll be fast friends, you and I.
Glad to hear it. My supply of friends got cut a bit short lately.
That all, Da Silva?
For now, sure. You have any questions, just ask. And one more thing.
Yeah?
The old man, Director Falk. He's a hard man to impress, but you managed it. Not what I expected after reading your file. Only pleasant surprise I've had all day.
How many people around here know my history?
We all know each other. Don't worry, you'll get to read up on us too. The old man thinks that the more attached we are to one another, the better we'll be in the field. The Bureau might be an adjustment for you. We work in teams here. Seems like you're more accustomed to operating alone.
Yeah, well, I'm also accustomed to the enemy being human. An attack like this, it's gonna mean a lot of adjustment for everybody. I'm a different man today than I was yesterday, you know?
Ain't that the truth?
Where were you this morning? Did you get caught in any of this?
No. I was out gathering intel on a weather anomaly way out in the boondocks. Something was interfering with television and radio signals. Everything except the heavy-duty military gear. Since the attack, it's gone global.
They shut down our communication just before the attack. Keep us from coordinating. Smart.
Sure, but there's one way it helped us. Can you imagine the panic if the public found out about an alien attack?
You seem like you know your way around this place.
I don't typically work out of this facility. Hell, no one really did until today. I'm with the NSA, but my post for the past few months has been with a small team that reports to Director Falk.
Who else is on this team?
It was supposed to be kept small until it was needed. Now, people who were pre-flagged for recruitment are coming in. Well, the ones that are still alive.
People were pre-selected? From where?
From the military, the clandestine service, DIA, even some civvies. No one knew that they were selected until they got the call. As of this morning, Falk activated the project and sent that call out.
And before today?
For the last few years, it's just been a couple dozen specialists. But now, we got a lot of new squaddies to bring up to speed.
I need to get myself oriented. Let's talk later.
Sure thing, Will. Good to have you on board. Sounds like the director's about to start. Come on, let's get the good seats.
Right, we've got control now. Let's have a look around. Name, William James Carter, born 4th November 1920 in Tulsa, Oklahoma to Beryl and Jeremiah Carter. Educated, BS engineer in Indiana University. Marital status, widowed. And just his family, professional record. William Carter joined the Army December 17, 1941. Leaving college to enlist shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor. He saw action in the Pacific Theater and earned the rank of Master Sergeant with commendations for his service in the Burma campaign. His service ended on October 25, 1945, after which he returned to college on the GI Bill. Shortly after graduating, the CIA recruited Carter into 1948 as field operative. His quick thinking and bravery served him well, and he rose through the ranks, earning personal commendations from both Director Hoover and President Truman. He excelled at deep cover assignments, serving for weeks or months at a time in Indochina and the USSR. In 1959, during a deep cover assignment in Laos, a fire at his family home in Arlington killed his father, wife and son. However, due to the communications blackout of his mission, Carter did not learn of the tragedy until he returned in 1960. He alternates between blaming himself and the agency for the tragedy. This, as much as anything, led to his drinking problem. Following a string of disciplinary charges in December 1960, William Carter was reassigned to domestic operations only. Continued problems led to a further demotion to administrative duties in June of 1961. Director's Addendum. Myron, this one's aggressive, temperamental and defensive, but he gets the job done. I don't recommend him, but the Bureau is your department. If you insist on him, I don't recommend a long-term position. The man used to be a hero, but now he's busy destroying himself. He's not as useful for much anymore, except as an expendable asset. J. Gahura. Nicholas De Silva. So he was in the police department in 1947, advanced deputy sheriff, high commendations for his work. Pursued a career in FBI as a legal analyst. During his screening, the FBI discovered that De Silva had not completed his JD degree. Having dropped out of college due to financial concerns and falsified his credentials, Deputy De Silva lost his job on December 1951, which quickly led to the collapse of his marriage. However, the FBI was impressed by De Silva's record with the MPD as well as his interpersonal skills, and on February 1952 they recruited him on a probationary basis for field work. He demonstrated exceptional skill in the field and received a small degree of fame for a heroic single-handed arrest of the bank robber K.D. Carbondale on February 4, 1955. Despite this acclaim, Agent De Silva has repeatedly demoted back to probationary agent due to various moral concerns about his activities when off duty. In 1959, after embarrassing arrest in New York City where he and a jazz singer assaulted an officer, the FBI decided to move him out of visible work. At Director Falk's request, Agent Nico De Silva was reassigned to work with the Bureau as a covert agent. That's quite a long little read there.
Lights. We are at war, and not the one we were expecting. Groom range, 2100 hours. Survivors, 6. In just a few minutes, our enemy managed to destroy the primary Strategic Command Center. By 2130, Strategic Command itself ceased to exist. Our combined military forces have been routed. The comms have gone dark. The red phone will not be ringing. And that is why, as of now, I, Myron Falk, am assuming command of what's left of our nation's defenses. The Bureau was founded to coordinate resistance forces in the event of a complete and successful Soviet invasion. That mission remains the same, even if our enemy does not. We now face an opponent from beyond our world, whose identity is yet unknown. But make no mistake, this enemy has crippled us. They have technology decades beyond what we possess. We must make it our own. Their weapons will become our weapons, and when they do, we shall annihilate them. I give you new orders. Survive, adapt, win. Welcome to
XCOM.
Dun, dun, dun.
A year? Will, you can't go on a mission for a year.
I'm sorry, Jules. The country needs me.
Your family needs you.
No! No, I can help them. Let me help them!
She's trauma.
Will. Carter. Hey, Will, wake up.
What?
Jesus, Carter. How is it you look worse than before you went to sleep?
I'm fine. And you yelling for me to wake up doesn't help.
I wasn't the one yelling.
I haven't slept more than a couple hours in years.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about it. Like I said, this is our office and our bunks. Maybe someday they'll get the barracks up and running.
No, I mean, I barely sleep at all.
Well, can't say I blame you. Not after the morning you had. Anyway, Falk's looking for you. Wants you in his office. ASAP, as always.
The old man say what he wanted with me?
Ha! Guess you don't know him all that well yet. The director doesn't tell anyone anything he doesn't think they need to know.
Well, I guess you can't really hold knocking off for a few against me, seeing as how we seem to be in our office and our quarters.
Yeah, I guess some parts of the emergency plan leave something to be desired. Ah well, it'll be just like college, right?
Yeah, except I stayed in Mrs. Hawthorne's boarding house back in Terre Haute. Had my own bathroom and everything.
Wow, ain't you fancy?
Well, I guess you can't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you saying something about that radio?
Oh, yeah. Cheap thing normally just pipes in the company elevator music, but it's been picking up some weird signal. Damned if I know what it is.
Don't we have more important issues to deal with?
Sure. That's why I haven't bothered with it. But if someone on the outside is able to broadcast through that jamming signal, well, it could be important.
Who would know more about this?
Check with Operator Chelsky. She's information officer for the Bureau. Keeps track of communications, arranges contacts, manages what the public hears. The whole deal.
I'd better go see what the old man wants.
See you later, Will.
So we get to have a look around.
2. Message repeats.
Start base operations.
5 0.
Better make a note of this and talk to one of the radio operators.
9.
You probably ought to run that by Operator Chelsky across
Message
the hall.
repeats.
Might be important.
2 5 0. November 8 9
250 November 892.
2.
Blue and a yellow. Have a look around. Don't think there'll be anything to pick up here, but I'll have a look anyway. Let's go to blue first. Intercepted transmission, Fort Dietrich. Sir, enemy has overrun our casualties are high and we are having trouble mounting a counterattack. Coughing, inaudible. The enemy was able to infiltrate and release our stores of coughing, inaudible. Never had a chance, all staff evacuated to static. So that was like a broken message basically, yeah.
You the dispatcher?
A little more than that, Agent Carter. I'm Chief Information Officer with the Bureau.
Information officer, what does that mean?
I oversee the dispatchers, but in addition to that, I also manage our public communications and keep our profile low. And for now, my job is also keeping the public from knowing the scope of the threat.
Because rioting mobs of civilians are the last thing we need right now.
Exactly. You and your agents contain the enemy's attacks, and my operators will keep the public panic level in check.
I'll try not to distract you too much.
As long as you have a good reason. What do you need, sir?
Isn't the enemy jamming all communications?
Yes, most broadcasting equipment is facing heavy interference, cutting effective range down to less than 5% of normal.
Then how are you...
Our equipment is significantly more robust. We're still communicating at approximately 90% of effective range. The best of the best, you know.
What does the population know?
They're worried about the communications blackout, but our operatives in the major cities are keeping them in line.
Keeping them in line? You make it sound like they've declared martial law.
Nothing as heavy-handed as that. Just a series of emergency preparedness tests. They'll be tense, but orderly.
Radio's been playing a strange broadcast. Any idea what it means?
I heard. It's probably an automated weather station nearby, but I suppose it might be instructions for picking up a weaker signal. A clever broadcaster could bypass the worst of the jamming that way.
It could be survivors. We could bring them in.
It's worth checking out. I'll have Operator Hughes run the radio while you give us the data.
First, set the range to... Set the range to 500.
Now the direction?
Set the direction north.
And the frequency?
The fuck?
Set the frequency to 892 megahertz.
Checking ultra-high frequency.
And I've taken enough of your time.
Yes, sir.
What was that frequency shit? What the fuck?
Yes, sir?
Thanks for the information.
Yes, sir?
Radio's been playing a strange broadcast. Any idea what it means? It could be survivors.
It's worth checking out. I'll have
First, set the range to...
So if we remember on the bit of paper, it said 250, 250.
Set the range to 250.
November
Now the direction?
892. November.
Set the direction north.
And the frequency?
Set the frequency to 892 megahertz.
Checking ultra-high frequency. Nothing. Wait. What is... It's survivors. They're trying to warn others of the attack.
Reply. Tell them they aren't alone. We'll do what we can to assist.
We'll dispatch someone to help, but we'll also have to make sure they stop broadcasting immediately. We can't risk that information spreading.
As long as they get rescued.
Yes, sir?
Thanks for the...
Just doing my job.
So that's what that was there, that bit of paper. With a number and a letter on it. So now there's only one option. To go upstairs.
You were there. You saw what he was capable
What the
of.
fuck is
I
this?
did. It's
Okay,
just
agents.
Some
his
recording
fire
too.
paints a different
Another
picture.
wild goose chase
Now we've got
victory?
these playing and the
Not this
characters
time,
talking in the
because I brought in
background.
an expert agent who I expect to turn the tide. Allow me to introduce your new senior agent, Miss Angela Weaver. Agent Weaver, please begin.
Good evening, agents. Now, we have reason to believe our target is...
Is this some kind of joke?
I assure you, I do not joke about potential infiltrate...
Come on, miss. Get back to reception and leave the real work to us, okay? Agent Percy, watch your tone.
Director, how many concrete cases of the outsiders have your agents uncovered to this date?
That would be 0.
And how many have I uncovered in my own investigations?
2 confirmed, 1 pending.
Thank you, Director. If I may continue...
Listen up, Agent Percy. Maybe you'll learn
Shut up!
your job. Yes, sir.
Now, we have reason to believe an infiltrator has compromised military command.
I had to edit that out there. I was fucking on if I had to answer the phone. Got JFK there. Got another letter here. Security installation's almost complete. Director Falk. The closed-circuit security system has been installed in several of the facility's main rooms as well as the corridors. This covers all major sections of the base at your request. We've added a monitoring station in your office. The recording options have also been provided. But some of the crew have concerns about installing cameras in the living room and hygiene quarters. I told them I understood, but with potential infected, we just can't be too careful. You can expect all surveillance to be in place soon. Pat Barkley, maintenance. Good old JFK.
Speak of the devil.
Carter, good. Agent Weaver is afraid you don't play well with others. I tend to see that as an asset.
Let's listen to this here.
To conclude, all signs show a pattern of systemic interference that cannot be explained by known enemies. Excellent work as always, Falk.
Come over here, Carter. I'd like a word.
Suggesting these activities aren't from the Reds. They aren't from any known source on Earth, so we must examine alternative sources. You mean to say aliens? It's more likely than you think. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. Oh, okay, Myron. I think you've been working too hard. Take a little time off, maybe a vacation, and... No, listen, this is too important to ignore. My team has already uncovered a half-dozen potential cases of outside interference. No, you listen. I have a meeting with the generals in 2 days, and I will not have you making a laughingstock out of this department. General Deems is already talking about cutting funding, and if that happens, you and your team will be out. Do you understand? Yes, Director. Perhaps you're right about that vacation.
That's more like it. Someplace nice and sunny. Lots of fresh air, like New Mexico.
So let's see anything on their desk. Nothing.
What do you want from me, sir?
You're not here in this facility by chance. I brought you here quite purposefully. I've been following your career for some time.
You'd be dead if it weren't for me.
You brought me here. I seem to remember it was me who saved your ass when hell broke loose. You may have arranged the ride, but...
And I would have expected nothing less from you. I appreciate what you did back there, but I also expected it of you. I knew you had it in you. You understand that?
Yeah, I think I see where you're coming from. You see some magic spark in me that the rest of the brass can't see.
No, not the brass. It's you who refuses to see it. Ever since the loss you suffered. And I'm sorry for that loss, Carter, but I don't think you're meant to sit it out on the sidelines. I think it's time you got another shot at being the agent you were meant to be.
You have been doing your homework. What do? Just watch people for a living? You are right about one thing, though. I'm not gonna sit back while this country gets ripped apart by these freaks.
That's what I wanted to hear.
What do we know about the enemy?
Very little. Before this morning, we only knew of scattered oddities. We weren't even sure if they were connected.
Such as?
Deposits of the substance called Illyrium were found in various locations across the nation. There were weather oddities. We received and investigated reports of what we called thinnings. Localized instances where the very fabric of reality itself seemed to be warping, then dissolving.
And this was kept secret?
From whom? The populace? The news would have generated mass panic. No. The circle was kept quite small on this.
Right, just had to make another edit there. Just word of advice to anyone doing YouTube to not have dogs if you try doing it, because they're noisy fucks and annoying fucks.
What is this
place?
place?
When they get the goddamn shit.
I mean, when aliens from another world aren't attacking our planet.
This facility is essentially fulfilling its intended function right now. It was created to respond to a potential invasion on domestic soil.
Do all of these people work here?
No. Typically, you won't find much more than a skeleton crew here. But certain carefully selected individuals across all military disciplines are aware of this facility's existence. In the case of a domestic invasion, they're under orders to arrive here.
I never knew about this place.
Well, based on your performance at Groom Range, I'd say that omission was a grievous oversight.
What's our plan?
Our first order of business is to get this facility running at full capacity. I believe our best shot at defeating an enemy with superior technology is to take that technology from them and make it our own.
And we got the facilities to do that?
We're still finishing construction on the lab, but we've already got one of the best leading the team, Dr. Dressner. and he won't be doing it alone. I'm in the midst of organizing field teams to be sent on recon and recruitment missions for other specialists.
I'm heading down to the ready room.
De Silva will meet you there and help you assemble a team. Get moving.
Right, meet Agent De Silva.
I'm heading down.
De Silva will...
So nothing else to say. Meet De Silva. Apparently... yeah, that's the only thing to do.
Welcome aboard, sir.
What do they look like?
I heard some of them look like us.
No way. I've seen them. They look like some kind of... I don't know, some kind of monsters or something. You lost, pal? Well, ready room's that way. How's it going, Agent Carter?
Yes, Director. I'll tell him right away.
Take a seat, gentlemen. Director Falk has personally chosen you for this initiative, and I will be your team
Come on, Will.
leader.
We need to
It's an honor
talk.
to work with you, Agent De Silva. We're all honored, I'm sure, but the director wasn't very clear about what we'd be doing. For the most part, it's what you're familiar with. You're all experienced field agents, so investigation and recovery in hostile environments aren't new to you. You said it best in the service, and it brings all the normal risks of any field work involving hostiles. Yes, but Director Falk said something about unusual subjects? Yes, they might be different than you're used to. You mean we're not going after the Reds? So who are we looking for? We believe we have uncovered a new enemy of the state. We'll be investigating the exact nature of their organization. Oh, understood. I think. You can put us up against anybody in the world, sir. Yes, well, about that.
So we've listened to that, we can move on. There's something on the table. Rosemont University. Another item over here.
The old man just called down. Says one of the signs.
Ian, are the rumours true? Some of us have been shut away down here in the war room since the initial attack. Reports of the devastation have been bad enough, but can they really hide among us? How are we supposed to fight against that? Do we even know if this base is secure? Some of us have already been getting twitchy after long hours without seeing the sun. Rumours like this could lead to a riot. Lawrence Steiger, materials specialist.
Is missing. Disappeared, along with his research in high explosives.
Does Falk think he's gone rogue?
Maybe, but we can't risk a panic. Nils is tracking him down, but you need to get a team ready to help, quick and quiet.
Oh, we select agents for the squad. Your squad has access to new equipment. Support Recon Engineer Commando. Fucking dogs, mate. Annoying fucks. Toggle ability view. Manage agent's detail. So he's got a machine pistol and a standard pack. Machine pistol. Combat stims. Perks. Oh, we can change their name. recon, so he's got the sniper. Standard pack, critical strike. He's got his perks. Fucking colours of the fucking outfit look goofy. Look at his outfit. Colours are funny as hell. Come on, something decent. Zang. Change his last name, don't look like a Zang to me. Robert Vincent. Oh, it's only two. So sniper, commando.
Carter, I chased the infiltrator to the morgue. There's no way out of there.
Wait for me, Nils. I'll get your back.
I'll wait as long as I can, but we can't risk leaving him with those explosives.
I'm on my way.
Carter, head through the armory and take a left for the elevator. I'll send your team up to join you.
Damn it, Nils. Hold on.
We're not going to be able to get her going in the firing range.
Attention, Code Blue, Main 4. Skyranger Charlie 4-2 inbound with heavy casualties. Medical unit to Main 4, Code Blue.
Documents to all base staff. We apologise for the power fluctuations that are causing brownouts throughout the facility. Engineers are working around the clock on bringing all necessary electrical subsystems up to speed. but the size of the project is taking a toll on our systems. We request your patience and restraint in the necessary power use. Particularly, we request that Dr. Heinrich and his team in the research lab limit their power consumption. While I appreciate the gravity of the situation we are in, along with the fact that we have never had a run at full capacity, continued power disruptions will cause unavoidable delays in production. Dr. P. Wrangler, Senior Staff Engineer.
Agent Nils is inside. He ordered us all out here.
I'll handle this.
Got some wounded soldiers over here.
You think this plasma burn is bad? I saw much worse.
All medical staff, our stock of medical supplies have been checked and should allow us to care for our patients. That said, with the number of injured that are returning from the field, we still need to ration accordingly, as our supply is not indefinite and supply lines are strained at best. Please remember to use all medical supplies sparingly. It's going to be a long war. Gun out, really. Besides, I don't all them dead bodies. Something's going on around here.
Christ, Nils.
Oh shit, he's dead.
Do not grieve. He died well.
Why? Why kill Nils? Why attack our world?
You do not understand. This world is no longer yours. But you will learn. Mosaic will teach you.
What the hell is Mosaic?
Mosaic is the truth that humanity shall come to know. It is unfortunate that you will not be here to witness it.
Yeah, well, I know one truth that you don't.
And what
They're
is
using
that?
our weapons.
You're surrounded.
Contact!
Halo fuck.
These ones are shielded!
Hit it hard! That's your target!
Take an aim! Attacking your target!
There go the shield! Smith, are you okay?
Walk it off!
Got one!
Ceasefire, fellas. He's worth more to us alive. Let's get him into custody. I got the infiltrator, Falk. Alive.
Good work. You and Agent Nils, report to...
Nils is dead. I told him to wait for backup, but he went in without me.
Understood. Meet me in Ops. We've got work to do.
Turn to Director Falk. So we can have a look in that room again. Oh no, we can't, it's shut off now. You lose your health quite fast. This is on, I'd say, medium difficulty.
You get him, Carter?
Yeah. I got him.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Nils. He's gone.
Damn it.
I should have been there.
Listen, I gotta head out. Director's got us on a recon mission. When I get back, we'll raise a glass to Nils.
All right. Good luck, Agent De Silva.
I don't need luck. And the name's Nico. Will.
Carry on here.
Another circuit blown! Gotta leave the lab out of power for a day or two.
Go to the armory now, look.
I still can't believe we're fighting the green men from Mars.
They're not green, and they're not from Mars.
As long as you can still shoot them, we've got a fighting chance.
We'll make it through this, old-timer.
Did you have something on your mind?
What's the status of our arms and ammunition?
We're loaded with all the small arms you could carry, but we're still short on the big guns. Still, it should serve us for now.
Aren't you a little old for active duty?
Sure, I'm not that much older than Falk, actually. And he knows exactly how important it is to have a fella who knows where everything is, if you know what I mean.
How long have you known Director Falk?
Long enough to have saved his bacon a few times. But less said about that, the better.
How's a fella supposed to blow off stress when he's locked underground?
Well, till they build us a pub, the only fun to be had is on the firing range. Few of the staff like to show off and compete over there.
Good way to stay sharp.
And if you're a good shot, it's a nice way to win a few bucks. Not sure where you'd spend it, though.
Thanks. That's all I need.
You go put that gear to good use, Agent Carter.
Armory and firing range. Armory, after the last night's weapons tests, we've installed and test sprinklers in the firing range test area. We should not have another incident like the last one, and frankly I don't think the environment here can handle another fire. Please make sure all live fire tests are supervised as our target dummies are susceptible to fire. Pat Barkley, maintenance.
Hey, you're Carter, aren't you? Good to have you aboard.
Training hard, Agent?
You bet. You testing something out? Hey, what do you say about a little competition?
Maybe. What are you thinking?
Those targets light up one at a time. Bet I can hit them before you. Okay, start it up. Damn. Ah, crap. Damn. Ah, crap. Damn. Ah, crap. Got it. Ah, the light was in my eyes. Knew I should have brought a visor. Okay, start it up. Damn. Ah, crap. Damn. Ah, crap. Damn. Ah, crap. Ah, the light was in my eyes. Knew I should have brought a visor.
What we got here? Just agent roster.
Ready for duty, Agent?
Always ready for anything. That's my motto.
Ready to prove that in the field?
Ready and raring to go, sir.
How many missions has XCOM run up until now?
Not many. and none that turned hot like Groom Range did. I was beginning to think I'd never see any action.
You sound like you were hoping we'd be attacked.
No. I'm just sick of all the questioning and investigation. Give me a good shootout any day.
How do missions normally go?
Up until now, we've been chasing ghosts. I was beginning to think the Outsiders were a hoax, you know?
Until they attacked.
Yeah. Nice of them to clear that up, right?
Right. You're obviously armed forces. Where did you serve?
Good eye. I served with the Marines in the 5th Regiment, back in Korea.
Why'd you leave the Corps?
I'd still be there, believe me. But the old man said he knew a better way I could protect my country. I didn't know he meant I'd be protecting the whole planet.
Get ready. We're in a new war now.
I've been ready for a long time, sir.
We've got to return to Director Falk.
There you are, Agent Carter. Just a moment, please. If you will spare a moment, I am Dr. Heinrich Dresner, and I have been expecting you.
That's nice, Doc, but I got a report to...
I assure you, Herr Falk will be glad that we spoke. After all, we shall need new weapons to fight this war, and my laboratory shall be where they are created. Any weapons you retrieve from the field, we will be glad to study and convert for your use.
You know much about these Outsiders and their technology?
I have been working with Herr Falk for nearly as long as he has suspected their existence. And since the attack, I have had so much more material to study.
Try not to sound so cheerful, Doc. We lost a lot of good men that day, and we just lost another.
I am sorry, William, but I hope to prevent more losses just as you do. In fact, I came here to give you this. Our first discovery.
Sure, but what is it?
The Ven brace was designed for close-range attacks to augment your fisticuffs. Against a wounded target, its effects can be devastating. But more importantly, it can be modified to allow the capture and use of the outsider weaponry.
This could have come in useful a few minutes ago.
Ah, but you cannot simply take their weapons. First, you must find one that has not yet been imprinted to the enemies.
Every minute we waste could mean another life.
My apologies, William. Just take the brace, and I will let you know when it can help us.
Thanks, Doc. And maybe our new research subject can help with your next breakthrough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go speak with the director.
Thank you, William. Come back anytime.
See something more here. Nothing.
Yes, sir?
Thanks for the information.
Just doing my job.
Agent Carter, your report.
The bastard got Nils. This cannot happen again, Falk. Killing Nils? Christ, we're lucky that's all he managed to do.
Agent Nils' loss will be felt throughout the organization. But right now, we have bigger problems.
His loss? God damn it, we need to stop these bastards. And we need to do it now. Do you understand that?
Calm yourself, Agent. We all agree they have to be stopped. I believe that our best hope for doing so is to recover Dr. Alan Weir from Rosemont University.
No, what we need to do is put a stop to the enemy.
Agreed. And we can do both. There's been another attack. The target is Rosemont University.
A civilian target? Why?
Because Dr. Weir's research can tell us what the enemy wants, how they think, and how to stop them. We need him on the team if we want to survive. And you know better than anyone that surviving is the first step to striking back.
All right. Let's go get him.
Good man. When you're ready, bring up the tactical map on that terminal and your team will be dispatched. Make sure you've got everything in order around the base. Team selected, weapons set, no outstanding business. You never know how long you'll be out on a mission. Or if you'll come back at all.
I'm all too aware of that, sir.
So let's have a look here.
They're hitting us from all sides. We've yet to discern a pattern driving the invasion, but we have managed to assign mission priorities. As potential missions and reports come in, they'll be posted here, and I'll trust you to select which is the most pressing.
So we've got our agent management. choose our missions. First contact, the doctor, worst case scenario, World Gone Dark. So we're doing those in the next videos. So that was our visit to the HQ there. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed that. If not, go fuck yourself. Otherwise, see you in my next video.